What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are starting a brand new series. It's time for some way too early record predictions. We are going to be starting off with the NFC North, but before we get into that, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you can to help grow the channel. I'm going to be trying to be posting more consistently, different types of videos. This series will definitely help with that, but different types of videos, maybe playing some Madden. I have some Madden ideas in the works, more just talking head videos where I'm sitting here and talking just about ball or whatever's going on in the NFL, stuff like that. But I do want to be trying to be more consistent posting on YouTube. So if you want to be a part of that, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And when you do subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss any videos. But like I said, today we are going to be doing record predictions for the entirety of the NFC North. Here we go. Starting off with the Green Bay Packers, my favorite team. 17-0. No, I'm just kidding. I'm start off with week one here. I think the Packers are going to lose to the Bears. I'm pretty high on the Bears this year. I'm mostly just high on Justin Fields. And I think that, I don't know, I think they're going to start strong in week one. And honestly, if we are going to see Jordan Love be good this year, I don't think it'll be in week one. So I think that we're going to kind of struggle offensively, and the Bears will be able to outscore us, even if it's not much. If our defense does well against this Bears offense, I think they'll still outscore us, and I think they'll beat us. The Falcons, I think, is a winnable game for us. I definitely think the Falcons could be a formidable team this year. They're in a bad division, so they could easily end up making the playoffs. But we don't know what Desmond Ridder is. It's kind of two quarterbacks. We don't know what they are, but I don't like the Falcons' offense too much, pass offense, at least. I like Kyle Pitts and I like Drake London, but that's about it. Obviously, their run defense, their run offense, the rushing attack could absolutely murder us, and Arthur Smith does a great job of drawing that up, and they had Jonnu Smith as a blocker. Obviously, drafted Bijan Robinson. They still have Cordero Patterson. They could kill us in the run game, but I like the Packers' defense a good bit this year, so I think that we're going to eke out the win there. I also think we're going to beat the Saints. I don't think that it's crazy to say the Saints are going to be kind of bad this year. Derek Carr is not the same guy he used to be, and the guy he used to be wasn't even like that fantastic. So I think that they're going to be pretty mid this year. And again, like that Saints passing offense, they don't really have anybody at tight end. They don't have anybody in the receiver room outside of Chris Olave. We don't know what Michael Thomas is doing. Kamara is probably going to be there, but he has not been the same guy. Like that defense for the Packers, even if the offense isn't that great, that defense I think is going to be pretty good. And I think that the Saints defense is pretty overrated. So I think that they could easily do a good enough job to beat them in week 3 there, but that little win streak ends with the Lions. I think that the Lions will beat us in week 4. I think the Lions are going to be a very, very good team this year. I think they'll beat us there, and I do think we'll also lose to the Raiders. Devontae Adams' revenge game. I like Jair. I don't know if he's going to be able to stop him. Jimmy G has beaten us before when he shouldn't have. I think it's the Raiders there, and then we have an early bye week, and then the Broncos. This is a toss-up for me. Sean Payton is such a good coach that I almost expect him to overcome this Packers defense and draw up an offense that could beat them. So I am going to give them the win there. And I also am going to give the Vikings a win in week 8. I think we're going to split with the Vikings. I think we're going to split with pretty much all of our division rivals. Maybe not the Lions. We'll see. I think we're going to split, but I think that the Vikings will get the early matchup on us. They usually do. The Rams, I think we will beat them. I think they're terrible. Their defense sucks. Matt Stafford is not the same guy. I do think that there is a good chance that we beat the Steelers. However, it's Mike Tomlin. It's a good defense. It's Jordan Love. We don't know what he is, so I'm going to give that one to the Steelers. I'm going to give this one to the Chargers as well. I'm going to have a split with the Lions. I think we will split with every division rival this year. I think that's one thing. I don't think there will be any sweeps. The Packers will not be involved in any sweeps this year, one way or another. The Chargers, I think it's pretty obvious. I think they're going to be very, very good this year. I think adding Kellen Moore, changing offensive coordinators, I think adding weapons for Justin Herbert, I think keeping Eckler was a good idea for their red zone offense. So, yeah, I think that that'll be good. The Steelers, it's just a good defense. I know Kenny Pickett maybe isn't that fantastic, and our defense could definitely end up suffocating their passing attack, but I'm going to give it to the Steelers. The Chiefs will obviously lose that one. No explanation needed there. Rematch of Love and Mahomes. And then, actually, I don't even know if Mahomes was playing in that game that Love started. And then Giants, I'm going to give us the win there. I'm going to give us the win against the Bucks. Lost to the Panthers, split to end the season 8-9. I think 8-9 is pretty formidable for this team. I think that's right in the middle of their ceiling and their floor for me. So 8-9 is where I'm going to put this team at the current moment. And let's do Chicago now. Let's do Chicago. I think they beat us. I think they beat the Bucs pretty easily. I think the Bucs are going to be terrible this year. They're going to lose to the Chiefs. They're going to lose to the Broncos. They're going to beat the Commanders. They're actually going to get the early matchup. I think they're going to get the early matchup against the Vikings, and they're going to take that one. Then they're going to beat the Raiders, lose to the Chargers, beat the Saints, lose to the Panthers, lose to the Lions the first time, and then split with the Vikings here in Week 12. I think they'll split with the Lions, lose to the Browns, beat the Cardinals, lose to the Falcons, lose to the Packers in Week. Do they lose to the Falcons? I don't know. I'm actually going to give them the win against the Falcons. I'm going to put them at 9-8, just above the Packers. I think the Packers could very easily finish last in the division. Moving on to the Lions. I think they're going to lose Week 1. I think the Chiefs are too good. The Lions are good, but they are one of the more overhyped teams in the NFL, so I think they'll lose that one. I think they can definitely beat Seattle. I think they will. I think that'll be a shootout. Two defenses that I'm kind of iffy on, but Seattle's defense could be okay, and the Lions defense could be okay, but two good offenses that should go at each other. They'll beat the Falcons, beat the Packers the first time. I think they'll beat the Panthers. I think they'll beat the Bucs. They'll lose to the Ravens. I think they'll lose. I don't know if the Raiders' defense is really good enough. They'll win there. Lose to the Chargers. I think they'll lose to the Saints, Broncos. Lose to the Vikings the first time. Actually, maybe lose to the Vikings the first time. Lose to the Cowboys. Beat them the second time around. They finish it. I have not finished. What game did I not predict? Oh, the Broncos. I think to beat the Broncos, maybe. I don't want them to finish at 9-8. What's a game that could swing a different way? I think they can beat the Saints. I think there's going to be a very, very close division. Clearly, a one game apart at the top here. Vikings, I think they're going to beat Tampa. I think they're going to lose to Philly. I think they're going to lose to the Chargers. They're going to beat the Panthers, who I think could be a little overrated this year. I don't know what Bryce Young's going to be. They're going to lose to the Chiefs. They're going to lose to the Niners. They're going to beat the Falcons. They're going to beat the Saints. They're going to beat the Broncos. They're going to beat the Raiders. They're going to lose to the Bengals, and that will put them at 9-8. I don't like that. Something's got to switch here. I think they can probably. I think they can probably sweep the Packers. So I'm going to put them Packers at 7-10. I honestly think if it really comes down to it, I don't know who's playing quarterback for the Niners. I think they can beat the Niners and finish 11-6. And just have this is what I think this division will look like this year. I think it'll be a very close divisional race. I think any of these three teams can win it. Even the Packers could surprise us and win it, but I think 7-10 is the perfect range for them. I think 9-8 is close to the Bears' ceiling. I think they can hit their ceiling. The Lions, I think this is right in the middle of their floor and their ceiling. And again, for the Vikings, I think they'll still win 11 games. I don't think they're the best team in the world. I think they'll probably be frauds again, but I think 11-6 is a fair number for them. So yeah, that is all I've got for you guys today. If you guys would like the video, be sure to do everything you can to help grow the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and we will see you guys next time.